All right, we are live. Just checking stuff out. What's going on, folks? We are live today in the studio. Just gonna check everything, make sure things are working right. All right. Hey guys, thanks for joining. Hope you all are doing well today. I don't even know if I'm on camera here. Hi. Hope you guys are doing well. Thanks for joining today. I'm Brandon, like always, and we're gonna be working on the tool display today. So, yeah, I'm gonna get into it in a second, but let me show you kind of what I was working on just now. I was just getting some of the boards milled up. So I'm gonna run you over here and show you what we got going on. It is a little bit of a dreary day in California today. You can't really hear it right now, but we got some rain going on. You might hear it in a little while, but all right, so today I am continuing on the tool display. And let me see if I can show you a picture on my phone here. I have a little bit of a mock-up that I did. Let me see if I can get this blown up a little bit for you. Okay, so I'll bring this in and kind of show you guys. There's for YouTube. So that's kind of what we're working on there. Instagram, so you guys can see what we're working on. So it's going to be a little bit of a display for all the Bridge City tools. So that's what I'm working on right now. And currently, I just milled these up to get them nice and flat. I just have to run them through the planer one more time, and then they are good to go. I do need to cut the angles on them and still stuff like that, but kind of to give you an idea, I just did a rough sketch here. This is kind of what I'm creating. Those little legs for the side. Kind of see it there or not. But just kind of creating those legs for the sides right now. Basically what these are going to do is we're going to have them, these are the smaller ones, but I do have bigger ones that I already created. And they're going to sit something like that, and it's going to hold up this 4x8 sheet of plywood that I have over here. And that's kind of going to be the back, almost like a self-standing tool wall, if you will. So that's what we got going on. I'm going to continue working on these. You saw me work on the other legs. Here, I'll show you from last week. All right, so this is pretty much what we got going on. I'm making a mini version with these of what we got going on here. And let me just, okay, just need to get these in the right orientation so I'm not planing the wrong edge. Set those aside. So now what we got going on is we're creating, like I said, this direction, and I got this little groove cut in here, and I'll show you what that's for in just a minute. So essentially what I'm going to be doing is, see if I can hold this together while I'm putting it on the table, kind of creating that. And then we have this groove going inside here, and then this is going to attach here. Probably can't see that, but a little bit hard to hold everything with one hand and show with the other, but I have this edge that's going to be parallel up and down. So that's going to be attached to the backer, which is going to be the 4x8 sheet of plywood. Nice maple ply that I'm going to stain. So basically I have to create smaller versions of that for the little upper shelf that we're creating. And for anybody that's new here, if you can't hear me well on Instagram, I am wearing a mic. But it's going to be picking up only on YouTube. So if you're having a little trouble hearing me on Instagram, head over to YouTube on the live, and then it's going to be much better audio for you. I know there's a lot of background noise going on right now. Hopefully the rain doesn't pick up too much because it was pretty loud in here earlier. But so anyways, good audio, go to YouTube. That's pretty much it. So, we did mention last week we are going to be at AWFS in Las Vegas. I'll have to check on the dates, or if somebody's watching and they know the dates, go ahead and shoot those in the comments. But I believe it's July 27th to the 30th or something like that. But we'll put the we'll put that information out there for you guys. But we are going to be there, Harvey Industries. Man, these forklifts are killing me. So Harvey Industries is going to be there. Bridge City Tools is going to be there. We're going to have all the stuff displayed. So you guys definitely want to be there. Come check it out. Also, we want to meet you guys. So I want to meet you guys in person. I love meeting people, talking woodworking and answering questions and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, check it out. Good reason to go to Las Vegas. So that little tidbit for you. But anyways, I'm going to get into doing some woodworking. So again, I'm going to mill these up. I just have to run them through the planer once, and then I need to cut some angles on it. The plan for today is to hopefully get those done. Those over there are pretty much done. And then I do need to run these through the router. So you get to see me use the router table setup over here. I should have that all ready to go. So yeah, once those are done, I think I might work on staining the plywood for the back, the nice maple plywood. So I think it's going to come together hopefully fairly quickly. I'm going to try to get as much done today as I can, and then hopefully by next week we'll have it like almost together, standing up and stuff. So anyways, enough talking. I'm going to get to it. So again, the planer is really loud. I'm not sure how it's going to turn out with the audio, so just be aware of that. All right. So let me show you the setup real quick. We are using, you can kind of see it over there. We're using the DeWalt planer, and then right behind it, it's all hidden by the DeWalt. Let me swing you guys around here so you can see it better. There we go. We got the Harvey G700 right over here, right over there. So, got the G700 hooked up, and it does a really good job of getting all the shavings out. Obviously, you still have, like, because I'm running narrow pieces through it here, because I'm running narrow pieces like this, I still have big air gaps on the sides so that it's not going to be able to suck all the chips up. But I mean, for the amount that I've been planing, I only have a tiny bit of chips on the floor. So G700, check it out. Really good deals going on right now. But yeah, it's a world-class dust collector, very unique, the only one like it on the market. So check that out. And let me swing you guys around so we can get a little bit closer over here. Give me 1 second. Get a little closer so you can see kind of what I'm doing. All right, let's go around here. There we go. Actually, I'd like to get a shot too of the, if we can. So let me see. I'm trying to get a shot with the dust collection going. So YouTube, you see over here, you got the little spiral port that goes into the dust collector. You'll see all the chips flying in there. Instagram, let's see. I don't think we can really turn you much. Here, we'll just do that for now so Instagram can also see. So we got a dust port over here that the hose is connected into. So you'll see how that functions when we turn the planer on. So I'm gonna get to it. Again, for those of you who are just joining, if you want better audio, go over to YouTube. I'm wearing a mic, so when I'm farther away from the phone, you're not gonna be able to hear me as well, but on YouTube, it should pick up a lot better. Just gonna wave at some people. Hey, hey. Welcome, thanks for joining, guys. Good to see you today. Hello, hello. Hope everyone's doing well today. It's a beautiful day in California. We've got some rain today, but that's all right. We need it. And Stacy Lewis Designs says, nice design, great for events. Thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that. All right, so let's get to action here. Enough talking. So I'm just gonna, so right now it's too high. Obviously I could just slide it in there. So I'm just gonna lower it. Just put the edge in until it registers here. Slowly lower it down. All right, so now this is moving. I can see that it's registering a little bit. Now I don't want to take off too much at a time because I do want just smooth results, as well as I'm going to put it on finishing cuts instead of dimensioning. And that's just going to basically run it through a little bit slower, so it takes more cuts per inch. Okay, so I'm just going to go down until I get just a little bit. All right, that should be good. It's registering enough. Then we're going to turn on the dust collector. The nifty little remote we got going on here. And you guys probably couldn't even see what I was doing. Sorry about that. Hey guys, thanks for joining. All right. So I'm gonna shoot them through. As you can see, the dust collector is already kicking in over here, sucking all those chips up. So let's start it. Pause on that, I need to plug the planer in. So those are all cut to size there. Now let me unplug my planer, plug my light back in. There we go. All right, so next up, we're gonna be using the slider. Love this thing, absolutely love this thing. Let me see if we can get a good shot here. So, all right, there we go. And I'm just gonna make sure I'm not hitting anything when I'm sliding it here. Okay, should be good to go. Now, I'm gonna make sure here that I can get a good cut all the way through. Looks like it might be a little bit short, so I might have to slide the table, or the, what do you call it? Slide the arm forward a little bit until I can get a full cut out of it. Here, let me see with this straight edge. Basically what I'm doing is I just need to make sure that when I slide it, it's gonna cut all the way through, essentially. And looks like I'm about 1.5 inches short. So the nice thing about this slider is that it's really adjustable. You can adjust a lot of stuff on it. So Actually, I'm going to start out with 30-degree angles. That'll be easier, and then I can switch it from there. Okay. All right, we got our 30. So now, basically what I have to do is I have to cut these angles. Oops. Dust collector's itching to go. It's ready. Basically, like I was saying, I have to cut these angles on the other pieces that I just milled up. So, just gonna see, make sure we got the right angle going here. Looks good. 30 degrees. All right. And I am using the AH3 hold down here, which I'll show you in just a second. And actually, before I do any angle cuts, I'm going to square off these ends. And sorry, I just need to adjust the adjust some things real quick so that I can get the camera in the right spot here. Give me 1 second. Kind of slide you guys down. See if we can get through without hitting the... Okay, there we go. All right, it looks pretty good. Not bad there. Let's see here. How's that looking? Let's turn a little bit that way. So you can see that full sliding table. All right, so I'm actually gonna clean up these ends real quick. Just cut them to 0, just because I have the ends. I just did rough cuts on there to get it to size. So I'm gonna clean those up. Yeah, let me see here. Just hold down going. Locked in, locked down. Yeah, I just need to just barely take off the edge so I can get a clean cut. There we go. Now that's locked into place. It's not going anywhere, and I can slide that. Before I do, adjust my blade so that I can get full cut out of it. There we go. Perfect. Now, boom. Like it. Should be good to go. Make sure everything's squared up on there. And because I'm not using the Shark overhead dust collection, I'm going to cap it off at the dust collector. That way we can get full suction from underneath. Okay, let's fire it up. Yeah. It cuts clean, folks. Cuts clean. Make it better than that. So here, 0 gaps. Perfectly square. Square. That's how it should be. So I'll just take off both ends just to clean it up. Okay, one down. See if you guys can see this hold down when I'm dealing with it. Yeah, we're good. And I mean, the clean cuts on this thing are amazing. This is just with the all-purpose blade too. This isn't even like a fine finish blade or a fine tooth blade. This is just the all-purpose blade. So check out, if you guys need saw blades, check out the Destroyer blades. They are pretty great. And I'm not measuring these, I'm literally just cutting them to clean up the ends so that when I do measure, I get a good square measurement off the end. Whoa, what am I doing? So just for kicks, I'm gonna just do a tiny little rip here. See how thin we can go. Give it a shot. How's that for end grain? Thin little slice for you. Obviously it's breaking, but I gotta tell you, dude, these blades are just freaking awesome. This whole setup is just a dream to work with, honestly. Alright. One more. Clean up the ends, and then we'll start doing some angles on it. Sweet. How clean is that, huh? Can't even show you a close-up on stuff, but it's a clean cut. Wish you could feel it. It's like so smooth. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys watching. are doing well today. You guys are enjoying your Thursday so far. Johnny Law's Workshop says, how are you all doing? Tell you what, I'm doing great today. Feeling good. Feeling good, doing good, feeling great. Okay, so let's cut down on a little bit of noise while we're marking these up. Okay, so these are gonna be my angled pieces, and I do need to just check. Okay, so tall ways is gonna be like that. So we need to cut everything like that. So these are gonna be 60 degrees. Let's see, I need 60 on one end of these. This one aside, because that's done for now. And then these will be 30 on either end. Oh. Boy, I'm trigger happy today with that dust collector, all right. Okay, so move this up a little bit for now. Start with the 60. Get that out of the way. Oh. Push this little piece out here. Okay, see if I get that 60. There it is. And let me just double check the angles, because don't want to get the wrong angle going here. Now, let me see. I know we can slide this whole thing, which I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me get some Allen wrenches, hex keys, whatever you want to call them. Not sure the exact term to use with those, but. So like I said before, this thing is super adjustable. Make sure I got the right ones here. There we go. Should just be a couple things to loosen up here, and then we can go ahead and slide it over to where we want it. There we go. Okay. Set these aside. So now we're going to hit that 60 degrees. Right there. I'm going to lock it down. Push it all the way forward. Okay. And then just slide it down. Now the thing is that I will have to adjust this back because I don't want it, the last thing I want to do is put it back to square or 0 degrees, and then it ends up cutting into the fence, and I definitely don't want that. So we'll have to adjust this again, but for now it'll work. Okay, so I got that. I'm just gonna lock the fence back down. So right there, and then I'm gonna bring it back to 0 real quick. Right. Cool. Okay, so 60 degrees is right there. Lock it down and slide. Now let's see here if we need to adjust the fence forward. And it looks like, yes, we do, just a little bit. Which, again, really easy. Just got a couple more screws to loosen. And these are righty-loosey, actually. They're not righty-tighty. Just that. So definitely don't want to be trying to tighten these down going to the right because it wouldn't work. Okay, so now I'm gonna use this straight edge as a guide. Put that 60 degrees. And then make sure I can get a full cut out of it. Just gonna go a little bit more forward. All right, that should be good right there. That'll just clear it. I'm just gonna go a touch more forward. Oops. Lock this back one down. It's weird to get used to tightening something by going to the left. All right, we're good to go. Now 60 degrees again, lock it down, and that should be perfection. Yep, so that'll clear there. So now, put that on there, run it through. Should clear. All right, so we need 60 degrees on one end on the shorter pieces, these guys. Right, so let me just double check my measurements. So it's gonna be 13 and like 55/64ths, which that's some math for you. Let me see here, so. It's like almost 7/8. So what is it, 13? So about 13 and 7/8, just about. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and, okay, so we're actually pretty close there. We got about a 1/4 inch past what I need. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut that angle, and then I'll go back after and then cut the end square to the length that I need. That'll just be the easiest thing to do. So I've got my 60-degree angle here. Let's just see that. Okay. And I'm going to sneak up on it because I definitely don't want to do too much and then regret it. So that's kind of where I need it to be. It's rocking a little bit, I think just, oh, because there's a little piece under it. That's probably why. Now we're good, okay. All right, so it's gonna be a little bit of a sketchy cut. I'm gonna use a clamp actually. Use one of these clamps to hold it in place so I don't get my fingers too close. All right, that's where I want it right there. So that should be good to go. Everything's locked in. Turn everything on. Right, so one thing I didn't account for, it cut through on the bottom side, but obviously the blade is curved, so it didn't go through here. So it looks like I need to push this forward about, let's say another 2 inches, I think will do it. So real quick, we're just gonna go back and push the fence forward a little bit. Which again is really easy. Let's see, right is loose. There we go. So weird to get used to. All right, that should be plenty good. Lock it in place. All right, let's put it back to the 60 degrees. If we don't want to cut at the wrong angle. Here it is. Okay, so now we should be good, and I don't want to hit my camera. I'll just take it slow, and hopefully I don't hit the camera. That's clean. I'm gonna push it down just a touch. There we go. Just because I have a little bit of a saw mark that I want to get rid of. Right, look at that. It's a clean cut right there. Super smooth. Straight, flat. And it's actually like really soft to the touch too. All right, one down, next one. Go. Set the mark. Double check on length. All right, so this one's fine. It's a little bit longer than what we need, but that's all right. pieces. Right, and sweet. All right, so the 60 degrees are done. They are cut. And perfectly lined, repeatable. So now let's adjust everything back and work on a 30-degree cut. It's gonna be there. So if I did a 30-degree cut, as you can see, I cut right through the fence. So I am gonna have to go back and adjust these bolts and just slide it back a little bit, which again is really easy. So turn the dust collector off. Something's sticking here. What am I doing? Okay. Oh, there we go. It's just a little sticky. So if we do 30, which we got a little lock in there, that's exactly where I want it right there. Just enough support. So lock these back down. I know it seems like a lot of adjustments, but honestly, to have that flexibility to be able to adjust to each cut that you need is really, it's priceless, because it's either that or you have like a fixed fence with limited options, and then you have to create like certain additions and stuff to put on it. So for this thing to be able to just do this with a couple screws, takes 30 seconds, whatever, like it's totally worth it. Okay, so I got my 30 degrees there. Just gonna double check with this piece to see that we have the right angle. And we do. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and cut on one end, because these are just cut to different lengths, like they're just roughly cut to length. So I'm just gonna cut one end as my sort of like face, my pretty finish end. So I think I'm gonna have this piece going up. So I'll do that. So where's my cut there? Okay, so here's that. And for this one, it's long enough we can use our hold down. Just adjust. So that's locked into place. Good to go. This one's just, this board is just a tiny bit warped, so I'm just gonna press down a little bit so that it's sitting flat on the table when I'm running it through. That way it's not gonna get a funny angle or anything like that. Man, I can't believe how soft that gets after it's cut. It feels like we sanded it to 400 grit. That's how soft that is. It's just clean all around. And that one's done. Now next piece. H3, hold down. Cut a tiny bit more off that one. Didn't quite get all of it. Now I'm just gonna double check real quick on with my other piece to see if we're looking right there. So if these angles are correct, let me hop around here so you can see a little bit better. So if my angles are correct here, this should be 90 degrees, ideally. Let's, actually, can you even see that? Not really. Here, let's tip down there. So, I mean, just so clean. Like this sliding table, this whole combo is just so clean. Look at that. All right, so this should be a 90-degree angle. Let's check. All right. That is as good as it's gonna get. Yeah, that is dang near perfect. I don't know if I can show you that, but maybe I can get on the very edge so you could see a little bit. Let's see here. You probably aren't able to see it on camera, but yeah. Anyways, it's perfectly 90, so that's just exactly what I'm looking for. So now essentially what I can do is I can just keep this lined up here and then just trace this line up exactly right there, and then that should give me my other cut there. And I'm looking for, well, actually I need to cut this to length first. Or, no, I'm gonna cut this to length because I know this exact length that I need. I'm not exact on this one, so I think I'll do it the opposite way around. What I'll do is I'll cut this one first and use that as my reference line to cut this other one parallel. So, I'm gonna do that. Let me readjust you guys here. see what we got going on. Thanks for joining, guys. Good to see everybody. How's everyone's day going? You guys all at work or what? You guys have the day off. Okay, so let me grab that piece real quick. And honestly, it'd be really fun just to mess around with this table to do like, I mean, you could do, 60-degree joints like that. Like, look at that. There's zero gap on that. I mean, that's just wild. Just so clean. Or you could do, crazy stuff like this and then add more pieces. I don't know. Possibilities are endless. So, on this piece, I do need 16 inches exactly. That's what I was planning for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off of the end, measure 16. And I think I said it last week, but I don't have to be, this isn't going to be like a fine piece of furniture that, people are going to be sitting in, or it's going to be on their wall and they're going to be looking at every single little detail. So I don't have to be as precise as I would be with doing like fine furniture, but I still want to be somewhat precise. I'm just curious here. Actually, just use this guy here. I'll just get a perfect reference. There we are. And you're only as accurate as your tools. And gotta say, these Bridge City tools are chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. All right, so I have 16 on this side. So I'm basically creating a parallelogram. I think that's what it's called. So this side should be 16 as well. Just roughly estimating with my tape. Let's say, yep, it's exactly 16. So that's the cut I need right there. And then just for extra measure, I'm going to mark what side I'm cutting on here, just so I don't take off the wrong side and then I end up being an 1/8 inch too short. So that's what we're going for there. And before I cut this, I'm just going to measure this piece as well. So we have the same thing going on. Oh, and talking about the hole, it doesn't have to be like super precise. Hence the reason I'm just using a Milwaukee tape measure. I do love this tape measure though. This thing is incredible. It's the wide blade, 16-foot. Great for just small projects and stuff like that. 16 inches. And I could technically, if I wanted to get really precise and make these exactly the same, set up some blocks and everything, but again, I'm not too worried about it at this point. So I'm just gonna measure and cut. Whoa, somebody's laughing over there. Somebody told a joke. Something's funny. All right. And mark this one as well so we don't cut on the wrong side. Just for good luck. So now we're good to go. We need to cut that 30-degree, and then I'm going to eyeball it and then probably have to take off just a tiny bit more. But it's good enough for now. Use a hold down to get a little grip on it. Okay, so now we're good to go. I wanted. All right, so it's just I mean, it's what, 64th over 16 inches, so I'm not worried about it. Eyeball that. Little grippage on there. Well, now that one's a hair under 16, so I'm just going to take a tiny bit off the other one. Let's see where that lands us. Alright, that's good. So now they're precisely the same length. Now I can come over. Here, I'll bring them over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. So now what we got going on is, boom. So we have our 90-degree angle here, which we want. And I'm just gonna tuck it so that these corners here are lined up perfectly. I'm actually going to use this fence as reference just to make sure everything's lined up nice and precise. Bring this down right there. And then what I'm going to do is just take this Bridge City Square, and I'm just gonna slide it a little bit down. Everything's still lined up. All right. So now let's see what that measurement truly is. Before it was like 13 7/8 minus. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So for this one, I am actually going to set up stop block just because I do want to repeat the cut. So what we can do is set everything back to square, make sure the fence isn't going to hit. Otherwise, still have the dust collector on. I'm sitting here yelling when I could just turn that off. So put it back to 0, and I'm just gonna readjust the fence really quick so that I don't cut the edge of the fence off. I hope all of this is making sense to you guys. I know it's a little funky when you're not doing it yourself, but I'm trying to explain it the best I can. So I'm just going to clear the blade by about 1/8 inch, which is like right there. Snug them back down. And you don't have to tighten these things too tight because when things are made well, it just works. So there we go. It's going to clear everything. Oh, not not if it's not tightened down. So let me get 0 right there. So now we're good to go. All right. And I got my hold down here and got the adjustable stops. So let me bring you guys over to show you those. What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Hope you all are having a great day so far. Look at that. That's another feature about this thing that's freaking awesome. Okay, so what I want to do, yeah, I'll just use that as the stop there. So I'm just gonna bring this up. I'll use my square to bring this line around here. Now the thing I really love about this little stop is that it has micro adjustments on it. So you can just come like, I don't know, a 1/16 away from your blade or whatever that you want to cut, and then kind of lock it down in place. And then from there you can do these little micro adjustments. And once you get it locked in place, you can lock it down. Right there's where I want it. Perfection. Just give it a tap. Right there. So I'm going to lock that down. It's good to go. That's it. On this one. Tiny little taps. Let's see. That's it right there. Precision. Bam. How about that? Exact. Seamless. Wonderful. So, now those are ready to go. I do need to take them over to the router. I got time to keep going on the live for a little while. So, let's see, how do I want to set you guys up here? Okay, so I'm going to swing you guys around here. We're going to bring you over to the router table because that's what I'm going to go to next. Are all right. So now what I'm going to do is I need to router out this groove. So I just need to find the center and then just like I did on these, the 30-degree sides. I have to stop a little bit so that it doesn't show through on the face here. So that's what I'm going to be doing, and I'm actually going to clean this up. I used a different saw to cut this, a non-Harvey saw, and I don't know if you can see, but it's just not that clean. Both sides are just not that clean. So I'm going to go back and just take a hair off of this a little bit later and clean those up. Okay, so bring our pieces over. What I'm going to do actually is use, where is it? There it is. I'm going to use the old Harvey, or the Bridge City Tools Center Scribe. I don't know if my pencil fit in there. I have to get a different pencil for it, but it's alright, I got one. And boom, here we go. So let's see. This is gonna be like that. Center scribe, there it is. Down. This thing's got some cool features. I don't even know what all of them are. Oh, it's got a little scratch awl in it. That's cool. Can you adjust that? Oh, that's really cool. Wow, okay, so this thing has like a built-in little scratch awl. I don't know if you could see it if I start lowering it here. What? Where'd it go? How'd I do that? I don't know. I messed it up. I messed something up. Well, this is why you read the manual first, huh? Anyways, it had a little scratch awl there to get your center, but it's not on there right now. And I don't know actually how to use this thing, because right now I can tell you it's not centered on there. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know how to use this thing yet, so I might just scratch that idea for now. Okay, I need to figure out how to use this because it'd be really handy if I knew how to use it, but I don't know how to use it right now. So what I'm gonna do, let's see here. Should be exactly 2.5, maybe minus just a touch. Yeah, so that's pretty much it right there. So 2.5. So 1.25 should be dead center. And let's see here. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna make a line. 1.25. This is where that center scribe would come in really handy if I knew how to use it. And I'm sure it's pretty simple to figure it out. I just don't have the time right now to do it. So do that. And that. Okay. So I got my center. And I'm just gonna line up with the center of the bit. Looks like I'm pretty dang close there, but I just need to do a couple little adjustments. Now last week I was using this fence, but I didn't know how to like adjust things, but I want to say this, let me see here. I know there's like a micro adjuster. How do I? Okay, there's that. Now, oh, okay, so I'm supposed to lock this thing down. And then that adjusts the whole thing, I think. No? Am I doing it the wrong way? Oh, there we go. Now we got micro adjustments going. Okay, that's cool. So I'm figuring this whole thing out as I go here, honestly. But let me get just roughly like kind of where I need to be. And then I'm gonna micro adjust from there. Okay, so that's pretty much right where I want it. Okay, so now I got my micro adjusting. Just gonna adjust it until I hit dead center on that bit. Which is right there. Now I'm gonna lock everything down. Cool. Okay, so I'm gonna run it through. That should be dead center. And I guess I can always check with a test piece if I want to. Bumped you guys. And I need to set up the dust collection, which is literally just popping this hose on here. Swing it around. There we go. And for depth, I believe I did, last time I did 3/4. I'm gonna start with about half of that, so like 3/8. Yeah, so we're sitting about 3/4. So I'm gonna do half of that. I'm gonna lower the blade down a little bit, which is really simple. You just unlock that and give her a twist. All right, that's low enough. Lock this back down. We're good to go. So now I'm just gonna run my little test piece through and make sure that everything is working correctly. And I'm seeing that somebody was messing with this fence a little bit because it was off there. Just to make sure when I run this through that we're gonna be on the same plane. All right. I'm gonna do something that I wanted to do last week, but I forgot to do. I'm gonna put the tiniest little chamfer on this piece so that it doesn't catch. Okay, that should be better. So now when I run it through, yeah, it'll slide right onto that one. Okay, cool. Now let's test it out. And this one is going to be pretty loud for you guys. So just a heads up. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? What's up, guys? Welcome, welcome. Hope everybody's doing well. About to run the Harvey router. Excuse me, not the Harvey router, the Harvey router table and fence setup. It's actually a Bosch router underneath, but. Okay, so dust collection. Fire that up. Oh, and I need to plug in the router actually. So, we're gonna lose light for a second. Made an oopsie and they left the router on and unplugged it, so that's not cool. Idea to test on a small piece like this. RG1 here. wrench now to finish my cuts. Do a quick little bit of how to set this RG1 compass up. I'll bring you guys a little bit closer here so you can see what we got going on. Okay, so just a quick setup for the RG1. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. So essentially all this is it has a little slot that goes in the groove on your, God, I don't know what words are today. On your tabletop, either on, I think it's just it's a standard, what is it, a T slot? I think that's what it's called. So essentially all you're gonna do is loosen these so that it can slide back and forth. And then you just take your block like so. Let me just make sure you guys can see here. Take your block like so, and you're gonna make sure, so this spins all the way around. Doesn't matter how many times you spin it. So essentially what you have here is, this is the when it's at 0, that's in this way as far as it goes. And then when you move it like that, as you can see, it pushes the wheels closer to the fence. So that over here is your max, over here is your 0. So you just want to put it all the way to 0. Push it just till it's barely touching your workpiece, or it's off the workpiece by just a hair, so that you can still move it. And then you want to lock these down. Now it's locked in place, it's not going anywhere. Your piece is like this. So now all you have to do is do a little bit of twisting on that, and there you go, it's locked. And if you want it tight, you can do it tight, and it only has one feed direction. So as you're pushing through, and you can choose how much tension you put on it. You just want a little bit more. If you want like the max, which is a little bit much, honestly, because then you really have to force some stuff through, but that's essentially it. Put it back to 0 if you, for instance, if you put your piece through part way and then you need to bring it back out, but you can't because it's stuck, just put it back to 0, you're good to go. You slide it right out. So this thing's really nifty. It does only have one feed direction. We do also have a big brother version of it, which is right here. Oh, and it's stuck on the table, so I won't take it off right now, but the RG2 is basically twice as high. So it has like 4 rollers here. It has, instead of these, it has another stack on top. So you can do just more pressure to the fence for certain applications. So that's just a little 2-minute explanation on the RG1. So I'm gonna get back into it now. I'll actually leave you guys set up just how we have it. There we go. Hello, everybody. What's up, guys? Hope you're all doing well. That tightness adjustment is a stroke of genius, says Izzy Swan Woodworking. It is, honestly. It's the thing that I really like about it is that, once you lock it down, it's locked in place. But the thing I really like about it is, like a normal feather board, in order to, you start pushing your piece through, and you can't pull it back, obviously, like that's the point of a feather board. But the thing I like about this one is that if you do need to pull it back, all you have to do is just set it back to 0 and you can pull it right out. But it's good enough to where you can just turn it, have it locked in place to where it's good to go. It's just as simple as that, turning the dial. So yeah, honestly, this thing's, it's well worth the money. they everybody likes to describe it as like a featherboard on steroids, basically. So, anyways, you'll see me do it in just a second. So we'll turn this back on. And right now the router table is hooked up to the G700. So getting really good suction out of that. So let me just double check I have everything correct. So I got this set to height. I'm gonna lock it down, make sure it's good to go. What's up, everybody? Yeah, so somebody asked a question, can you use that on a table saw? Absolutely, yeah. So it has a standard T-track like this. So anything, all your table saws are gonna have that as a standard. So all you do is you just slide it out. Here, I'll show you. Turn this off real quick. So just real quick. So all it is that's the bottom for you. It just has that T slot, and that'll slide in on I think 99% of table saws and anything with this guy on top. So router table, table saws, you name it. Shapers. We also sell like a really industrial heavy-duty shaper that'll go on. So yeah, all kinds of stuff that you could use it for. So definitely check it out. Well worth the money. And it's solid too. It ain't no plastic. That's solid. I think, let me see. I honestly think everything on this is like really high quality aluminum, or maybe steel, because this is like, yeah, it's just really solid. It's got a good weight to it. These wheels are like a perfect amount of rubbery without having too much give to them. And like I said, they're one feed direction, so you can't pull it back the other way. So one way, and you can't go back the other way. So really cool, check it out. All right, well, I'm gonna keep rolling on my project. So if you guys have any questions, definitely hit the comment section. I'll just see if I can take a glance at things and see them. All right, so like I said, set it to 0. It's loose. Now I can just adjust it wherever I want. Now I'm just going to put my piece kind of close to where I need it, and I'm going to put it right up to the edge. Now I don't want to push too hard when it's on 0. See, it has a little spring action. I don't want to push too hard because then I won't be able to get my piece out if I want to. So I'm just going to put it up lightly, come off by just a hair, tighten these guys down. And then, so right now it's loose. Now I just turn it a little bit. Locked in there, turn a little bit more. You want to go all the way to max. It's not going anywhere, so 0. Now just twist it just a little bit. I don't want to put too much tension on this one, so I'm going to go from 0 about up to, I don't know, maybe a quarter of the way. A quarter of the tension, that'll give me enough to get a good pass through there. So without further explanation, I'm going to use it. Wondering why it didn't collect that much dust. It's because I knocked the hose off Alright, well, quick easy fix. J.M. Sullivan Woodwork says, I'd like to test one. Absolutely. Get yourself one. That's a good way to test it, right? Alright, anyways, we'll get back to it. There we go. Pass with this one. Whoa! Closed it. Look at that. The dust compared from before till now, I mean, zero dust on that pass, so G700 doing it. Now we got some grooves going in there. Real clean. So basically what's gonna happen is this is gonna go on top, and then this is gonna join it like so. So what I need is, let's see if I can show you guys. I needed that groove to go in there like that. I don't know how well you can see it or not, but basically I'm gonna have another piece that slots in like that. So that's why I created this groove. And then it's gonna sit nicely like that. So yeah, these are turning out really clean. So I'm gonna bring everything over to the table now. Okay, let me see here. Yeah, I think this is a good angle here. So we'll do it. So, and then take you guys down. I'm just gonna put some chamfers on these. All right, so this beauty, huh? This is probably my favorite thing from Bridge City. It's just this HP, what is it? HP, can't read it. HP8X. It's a special edition, so this thing is so sweet. Solid stainless steel. Really nice construction. Okay, so if I'm over here, you guys be able to see me? Do like that. That'll be good. Okay. So now I'm going to just mark these to make sure I don't take off this section here. I'm going to put little chamfers on it, and I don't want to take anything off from this point here. So I'm just going to mark that. And this one, same thing. All right. Now, I didn't even sharpen this at all, this blade. This is just factory out of the box, so it's still pretty sharp. Obviously, you can get it like super sharp if you spend some more time on it, but just out of the box, I mean, I'll show you right now. Let's see. Show you guys how nicely it cuts. Let's make some curls, huh? That little guy. So I'm just gonna go through and just put some chamfers on these. Bring this one over for reference so I see how much took off of that, so I can do just about the same. See if this is a good angle for you guys. Yeah, I'm gonna bring you a little bit closer. There we go. That's a little bit better. Hello, hello. North Country Woodworking says that's too pretty to use. Yeah, but it's so nice. You want to use it. That's the thing. But I totally agree. Honestly, I did a little reel about it on my woodworking page, Alder Craftsmanship. I was like, what is this thing? Is it a piece of jewelry or is it a tool? I can't tell. Because that's how, it's just gorgeous. And all stainless. This is all solid. No plastic. Solid stainless steel. Really nice piece of tool there. And like I said, this blade's just straight out of the box, factory. Getting nice curls off it, nice clean cuts. Oh, so I guess I should tell you guys what I'm going for here. Give me 1 second. So the whole concept of this display, I'm actually kind of modeling after this piece here. So this is let's see here. This is the Bridge City Tools TS-1V2 Tri-Square. So it's a really nice, solid little tool, little tri-square going on. And this is kind of what I'm basing the design off of. Here, let me show you the image again. Kind of what we're going for. So this is kind of what we're going for. So if you could see kind of that silver, the side pieces, and then I'm going to inlay that that orange stained wood to kind of have that to mimic this look. And then obviously we got the black on there, so that's going to be the whole back piece there. So that's kind of what we're modeling it after, and we got the angles, you know, the triangles in the center there. So yeah, that's what we're going for. So that's why I'm putting a little chamfer on here and stuff, because we got some, I don't know if you can see here, but we got a little bit of a chamfer there. So yeah, just kind of trying to model it after the display after the tools. Just kind of an interesting concept. I don't know how well you guys can hear that, but gotta love that sound of a plane going through wood. Let's see if we can get a quiet ASMR moment where you can hear it. Get a little closer for the mic. I don't know if you can even hear it with that forklift in the background, but real nice. Okay, so that one's good to go. This one is going to be a little interesting. I have to start right there, work my way up. Same thing on this side. I gotta start right here and work my way over. Going through some knots too, and it's still just clean. Just cutting right through it. J.M. Sullivan Woodwork says Bridge City has always had great designs appealing to the eye. I absolutely agree. Functional art, of course. Isn't that what we all try to make as woodworkers, is just functional art? Glides so easily. It does. Yeah, I'd like to do a little bit more. So, I mean, I've honestly, to be completely honest, I've not had much experience with using hand tools. But I definitely want to get more into it because I really enjoy it. There's just something about using a hand tool versus a machine that's it's just satisfying. And you get these really cute little curls. Okay, so that is going to go like that. I need to do all these edges. In Bridge City, I mean, you'll see actually, I guess because I'm making the display for it, but they have, shoot, I love when it changes grain direction on you. They have multiple planes that are just really nice, good quality planes. And it's just kind of funny because, you know, you have the Stanley and the other plane makers out there that have been around for quite literally a century. And then you got Bridge City. It's just kind of like the new guys in town, just trying to do something different and just create some really quality tools that also are really aesthetically pleasing. And my take is, you know, these kind of thing, this is definitely more like a modern take on a wood plane. But the features on this are just really cool. Everything's really thought out. Yeah, and this is like a low angle block plane, HP8. Everything has like a function, you know, like even the little holder knob that you need to, you know, kind of run things through. It's a screw. Let's see if we can loosen it up. And it adjusts this throat in the front. You know, so it's just, everything has a function, everything has a purpose. All your little adjustments, as well as these little things that stick up on the side. These are not just like a design thing. This actually drops down so that you can actually use this as a mini thicknesser. So you just undo these, and then this whole thing drops down, and you can use it as a thicknesser, or you could use it as a guide if you're going kind of along the edge of something. You know, there's all kinds of functions to it. So yeah, really cool, honestly. Check it out. I think I'm gonna get one of these for myself. That's how much I like it. One of my favorite tools I think I've ever used. And it's one of those things too, it's like, if you take care of it, the thing's gonna last the rest of your life. So paying an extra couple bucks ain't gonna hurt you. And it's spread out over a lifetime of use, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I mean, look at that. Like, if this doesn't speak to the quality, this is just a factory blade. I haven't even sharpened it at all. And look how smoothly it glides through there. You know, like, that's just from the factory. So if that doesn't tell you about the quality, I don't know what will. Now this one, this end grain's always a little tough. I'm not even sure how you're supposed to. I mean, this is really soft wood too. It's dug first, so it's like, I know I'm probably not doing it correctly, but probably should just use a router bit to get those. Yeah, I'm gonna just put those aside for now and keep working on the edges. Let's see what we got going on here. What's up, guys? Thanks for joining. Welcome in, welcome. What's going on? Can you show and go through the other planes? Like to see how they function. Yeah, I can at least show them real quick. I'm gonna be wrapping up here in about 5 minutes for the live, but I can at least kind of show you the different planes that we have available right now, or that I have right here sitting out, that we can at least see them and kind of see some of the functions. So I'll go ahead and grab them real quick. We'll do a little showcase going on here. How about that? All right, so these are all the same, okay? They're just different finishes. And basically what they are is they're the special edition of this guy here. So this is kind of the standard HP 8 low angle block plane from Bridge City Toolworks. So this is going to be the same exact thing, that it's functioning exactly the same as this one. However, it's just the different finish on it. And also this is a lot, it feels a lot more dense because it's stainless steel. So it's a lot heavier. The finish is obviously smooth. This one's a little bit more matte finish, and this one's a little bit lighter just because it's all aluminum, obviously except the blade. But same exact functions, as you can see. Same exact thing, just different finishes. Again, the biggest difference that I notice is the weight. You know, this one has a lot more weight. I'd say it's not a ton more weight, but it's definitely noticeable. And then this is all aluminum, so it's a lot more kind of lightweight, but just as strong. So these are kind of the special edition ones. This is just kind of the standard. Whoops, sorry about that. The standard kind of model of it, which is always available. So, yep. Those are the HP 8s. So I'll go ahead and set those kind of back here so you can see them. I don't know if you can even still see them back here, but here you go. And let's just work our way down. So then we have the HP 9. Right, let me see. HP 9 V2 dual angle block plane by Bridge City Toolworks. So this thing's really awesome as well. It's kind of like the slightly bigger version of that one. So again, it's the low angle block plane, adjustable throat, smooth bottom. This one also comes with those adjustable sides to be a thicknesser. As you can see here, I believe it comes with those. Somebody fact check me on that, but go on the website and check it out if the HP 9 has the sides on it as well. These little adjustments that can go up and down. I do know that it does come with, let me grab it real quick. So I'm not 100%, but I believe it's the HP 9 actually comes with this as well. And this is basically like kind of a plate that helps you like get either a 45 degree exact, which I technically could be using right now, but I'm just gonna do these by hand. Or you could get like a perfect 90, stuff like that. So yeah, it comes with a cool little attachment there as well. And then functions everything the same. This pops up here, which lifts that, that's a really cool little function. And that just locks down, locks your blade in place. You can adjust tightness. You can adjust, the angle of the blade, or not the angle, the tilt of the blade and everything. Again, unscrew that, it'll adjust your throat plate up there. HP 9. We'll go down to this one. This guy is hefty. And I can't remember, what is this one here? I can't read it, it's so small. I can't remember if this one's the HP 6 or 8. Are these the HP 6? I can't remember, guys. I'm sorry. Somebody will have to go on the website and fact check me, but it's either HP 6 or 8 FX mini multiplane. So this thing's really cool. I can't tell you all the functions because I'm actually very new to these tools as well. But what I can tell you is this thing is, it's solid. It's really heavy. It's got this really nice polished hand rest there that you can put your hand into and run stuff through it. I actually like a plane with a little bit more weight to it because then you can, if you do get like little catches on stuff, it's just the weight of it is going to push right through stuff instead of like having to really push through it with your hand, once you get that momentum going, it just kind of glides right through. And this one also has like different blades that you can do. I don't have the stuff on me right now, but you can do like rounded, basically different profiles. So you can adjust these and add different ones of these and knives, and you can do different profiles with this one. So it's super cool. And I think this one as well comes with this guy to do the different angles, stuff like that, that attaches to it. So that one's pretty awesome as well. Let's see, what are people saying here? That's the one I have. Need the other two. Hey guys, welcome in. Thanks for joining. And then there's one other that I don't have on me. We still need to pull it from inventory so I can use it here. But it's the scraper plane. And I'm really excited to use that one because it's essentially a card scraper, but with a plane version of it, a hand plane version. So think of it as, instead of, you know, pulling or pushing your card scraper, it's attached to a plane and you can just shoot over stuff and it scrapes it down nice and smooth for you. So that one, again, I don't have that one on me right now, but I do have this guy. This guy is the workhorse right here. So this is the HP12 dual angle bench plane. So dual angle, it has the knife that it comes with, or the blade it comes with, has two different angles on it. And then to adjust it, you just pull this guy up. Similar function to the other one. Let's see here, yeah, you guys can see it. Let's get a little closer. There we go. So similar function to the other one. And it has like all these points of contact too, which is really close. You can see all these kind of points in here that function to create that perfect locking mechanism. So really just, honestly, these things are like high tech. I mean, like I feel like all the other planes are kind of made the same way, but these are just a complete new concept on hand planes. And this one does have a pretty solid weight to it as well. It's all metal construction. There's no plastic pieces or anything. You got your blade adjustment there. That's really fine threads, so you can do really light adjustments if you're pushing your blade out or in. And you got your sliding throat plate here, which you just unscrew that, and then that adjusts back and forth, so you can get your throat plate adjusted there. So it's kind of what this one got going on. Obviously, there's different purposes for each of these planes. Oh, I should say as well, this one does come with the side pieces, just like this. So essentially, you could technically use this guy, just the blue part here, without these gold sides. You could take those completely off and use this as just a mini little plane. However, I just like leaving them on because why not? And then if I need to, I can adjust those feet down and use it as kind of like a little thicknesser. So super handy. And I do believe that this one comes with those feet that make it like a little thicknesser as well. So those are the ones that I have right now. Again, the only one I don't have is the scraper plane. So that's pretty much it. And then stainless steel. I believe this is all aluminum here. Anodized aluminum, I believe. So pretty much rust proof. And then yeah, all the stuff in here is just all either aluminum or stainless steel. So really heavy duty, really good quality. I mean, you take care of this thing will last forever. And also I should say all the bottoms and everything are really flat to begin with too out of the factory. I haven't sharpened any of these blades, but all of them are like really good out of the box. So you really don't have to do much work on it. If you just put it on like a 16,000 grit glass stone or something and just do a couple passes, you should be having a really, really crisp, nice edge on that blade to where you can just blow through stuff. But honestly, it's not even necessary. But if you wanted to, you could. So that's the setup for today, guys. Let's do a little a close-up shot here. That's the setup we got going on. All the Bridge City tool planes. Beautiful stuff. What's up, guys? Thanks for showing up today. Appreciate everyone joining. That's what we got going on. So all these guys, and if you want to see more of these in action, keep following on the lives. I'm definitely going to be using them more, doing different projects, doing like dovetailing, and I'll do some like board flattening and stuff with this guy, stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, we're definitely here to give you guys some good content, show off some of the tools, answer any questions you guys might have, do some demonstrations, also just to build some cool stuff, so that's pretty much what we got going on. So with that said, let me adjust here. All right, guys, well, with that said, you guys have been hearing my voice, seeing my hands, but here's my face. All right, well, again, my name is Brandon. Thank you guys all for tuning in, and hope I answered some of your questions that you guys had. I'm gonna keep rolling on my project here. Hopefully get that buttoned up, so next week we can kind of have a good place to launch off of and kind of see things start to come together. So appreciate you guys. Hope you guys have a great day. Also remember that we have the AWFS conference coming up in Las Vegas, end of July. So it's definitely going to be something. We're going to have all these things there, as well as the rest of all of our stuff. So Bridge City, Harvey, we're going to have band saws, table saws, router tables. We're going to have it all there. So definitely, if you guys have the opportunity to, if you guys have the money, definitely get a ticket, fly out to Vegas, spend some money, do some gambling, eat some good food. I've never been, but I'm going to be there. So love to meet you guys and hang out and talk woodworking. So anyways, again, I appreciate you guys for following along, and we will see you next week. We'll be here every Thursday, 12 p.m. Pacific time. So tune in, and yeah, we'll keep rolling on the project next week. If you guys have any questions, definitely leave them in the comments. All right? Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.